Hey True Value Nation, welcome to Newton's, and we are here with Jasmine and Blaze Forman, and we're going to hear a little bit about their story. So we're celebrating our 95th anniversary, and we're having a bucket sale this Saturday, and so when you purchase the bucket, then the proceeds are going to go to Blaze, and we're just here to hear a little bit about their story and what your donations are going to go towards. Jasmine, if you just want to tell us a little bit about Blaze and his story. And
Sure. Blaze is he's 13. He's an 8th grader this year, and he has a condition called uveitis. So what that means is in his eyes, it mostly affects the uvea, which is the middle portion of his eye, but it's called anterior uveitis, I believe. What happens is his body attacks his eyes, sort of like somebody, like a child that may have juvenile arthritis, how their body attacks their joints. In his case, his body attacks his eyes. So when he was 7, he was in 1st grade, and Mrs. Lichtai had called me, and she said, Blaze is complaining of not being able to see the board. So I made an eye appointment, and he'd been going to the eye doctor anyway, but that's when we found out that he had the uveitis. So they quickly got us into Wichita, and we went there for about a year, and then I decided on a second opinion, and we went to Children's. So at that point, he had like a very severe case. They think that he probably was born with it, but with uveitis, like he sees dark floaters, and then that's just the inflammation in his eye. His eyes will be red, they could be painful. But as a 7-year-old, he didn't know that that wasn't normal. So we get to Children's, and he had been on steroid eye drops and was on oral steroids for that full first year before we went to Children's, and that wasn't taking care of it. And a side effect of the steroid eye drop, which he was actually on 6 different eye drops 6 times a day at one point.
oh my.
Which was, thank God for the school nurse, and it was a mess to try to keep up with, but we managed. But at that point, he had turned 8, and that summer he had to have cataract surgery because that was one of the side effects of his steroid eye drop. So at the time he had surgery, he was legally blind, which is something that the uveitis can cause in and of itself anyway. So he had both eyes done, and normally with a cataract surgery, they take out your natural lens and replace it with an artificial lens. But with his condition, they couldn't do that. So he has nothing. No lens in there, which is also called aphakia. So he's aphakic, which means there's no lens in his eye. So he was able to get contacts at that point, which was super exciting. I bawled. Sorry.
A big moment for Mom, right?
It was. I'll never forget when the doctor put his contact in, and he looked at me and he said, Mama, I can see, and he was so excited. So that was a big turning point for him. He's also on, with his condition, he has to be on immunosuppressants to suppress his immune system to keep it from continuing to attack his eyes. So he's been on methotrexate, which is one immunosuppressant. It's actually like a chemotherapy drug. But he's been on that since he was about 8 years old. Or they may have started it when he was still 7, but regardless, several years. And that was a once-a-week shot. Since then, we've been able to switch to a pill, which we were super thankful for, because of course, anybody that has to do shots regularly, the skin gets tough and it gets sore, so his little legs were just super tender. So we were thankful for that transition to the pill. He was also on Humira for a long time, and it was also a weekly shot, wasn't it?
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Humira every 2 weeks. And that Humira burns like crazy. So it was, sometimes we'd have to hold him down prisoner style just to be able to get the, at times I thought I was going to throw it at him like a dart. Not really, but it was a fiasco. The Humira sort of quit working, which is not uncommon. So since that happened, and we also had some insurance issues that would prolong us being able to get his Humira, and every time that happened, he would have a flare-up. And with the flare-ups, at that time, they had sort of put us on an 18-month clock. So if he was quiet, which is no inflammation or very little, at 18 months, then we'd be able to start weaning off meds to see if he was starting to outgrow his condition. That was never the case. So it was kind of a devastating day when the doctor told us that just don't get your hopes up on that 18-month clock, because it's not looking likely that it's going to be anytime soon that he outgrows it. So we have since switched to Remicade, which is another immunosuppressant, which of course, obviously with immunosuppressants, he has a higher chance of getting sick and catching things. So I don't know how great he is at washing his hands often, but I try to remind him, not to lick the floor or anything like that.
I think I am.
So the Remicade has been a blessing also, because we are down to just that one IV once a month. So we do have to go to Children's, and thank God for insurance helps a lot, but of course there is a lot of medical expense.
I'm sure.
So, because that between the medicine and the infusion, it's about $20,000 a month to keep him quiet and his immune system suppressed. But we're thankful that it's just that one IV and then the pills, so no more weekly shots at home. So, as for when his condition will go away, we really have no idea. The hope is that he'll outgrow it, but he's considered chronic at this point. So the other hope, because his contacts right now, his glasses are like super thick, like Coke bottles. But his contacts, he wears a +15 in one eye and a +17 in the other. But we're super thankful that between the glasses and contacts, he can still see. So he has not lost his vision completely. And then hopefully when he's closer to done growing, they will, and the doctor kind of wants to do it while he's still on meds, because of course with any surgery it's gonna be inflammation. But they will do the surgery to put a artificial lens in his eyes.
Oh.
So, and he does still, even with his contacts, he has to wear reading glasses, but other than that, he's still able to play sports, thank the Lord. He has never
Let it slow him down or anything?
Never.
No.
He's never complained outside of the Humira shots.
Yeah.
He just is a go-getter, and I'm so thankful.
So do you put your own contacts in?
Mm-mm.
No. Are they really thick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably been quite an adjustment too.
Yeah, and since he can't see anything at all, I mean, very little shadows
Right.
or, nothing really without his contacts, it's hard for him to see. And you have to hold his contacts like a taco. They don't just stick to your finger like normal
Oh,
contacts. So
right.
you have to shove it in and then adjust it.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. So
Yeah.
maybe someday if he gets his artificial lens, if he
Sure.
starts to have him, he'll be able to. But at this point, he can't get him in by himself. He can take him out. So that's progress.
It is. Every little bit's progress, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Yep. Looks like you got a game tonight.
Yep.
So you're not letting any of this stop you or slow you down.
Nope.
Nope. And who do you play?
Wisdom.
And are you ready?
Yep.
Yep. Good deal.
He's even got to quarterback some here lately.
Wow.
So that was pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. We're really excited. So you guys have heard Jasmine and Blaze's story. So come out Saturday. We're going to be here from 8 to 5 and just help support them and raise some money. And thanks so much.
Thank you. We
Thanks.
appreciate you.